It also, I like having AoE damage when the Rakan is in play. Ox always talks about this as well, but...
Nasus.
I need a moment. Because I'm baffled. We've seen the Nasus specifically as a counter pick into the cannon.
Some new tricks as we hop onto the rift for game one of Gen G versus Humble Life Esports.
Early arrest, which is very effective as we see the Scorch, as well as the mana flow ban, so no surprises.
Just trying to weather the storm as best as possible. And Peanut here towards the top side, seeing what he can get done. The hop is good, and Doran will have the Mega Gnar available. Gets the wallop down as well as Keen. He might be able to flash it, but he does not go for it, as there is first blood going over to Peanut. Two of these down. It looks like Peanut might be able to sneak one away, though. Definitely good news into this
Level 6.
Yeah, level 6 going to be gained here by Peanut, and Canyon realizing that he just has to get out of there. Spear not going to connect either, as Chovy could be solo killed, but the Buster Shot is going to keep him alive. Keen moving on in, does have Fury of the Sands, but it looks to me like it's going to be 3 grubs going over to Humble Life Esports, and they are really controlling this early game.
A little bit of a more laid-back approach, and more mistakes start slipping in. And this might be one of those, as Peanut still has his ult, still has flash.
Yep, Rocket's coming out. Zeka does not have a whole lot of mana, but he doesn't need it to auto attack. Still just going to flash on over. Gatling gun at the ready, and that is a second kill for Humble. One of those players that lets you get away with that almost ever. And so right now, the jungle does kind of belong to him. You can see decent lead being built for Doran towards the top side of the map as well, as you can see, almost towards his Trinity Force. Keen still a decent ways away from that. First Drake will go over to Gen G.
Stages in the game, which is where Gen G has generally done well, is Doran.
Yeah, Wither is already down on top of him. Fury of the Sand, so the Keen to tank up this turret, and he's going to grab some stacks.
Zeka is just dunking on Chovy right now. He's, we'll see, Peanut.
Oh, there's the Glacial Prison. The buffer is gorgeous. The flash is going to come out. They get everything out of Chovy, but he does survive. As Lahens is like, I am here. And that is going to help allow Chovy to pick up this experience and farm underneath the turret. Very nicely done. Canyon going to even out the grubs, and Gen G kind of coming alive.
Right now, that's not the case. Just need to respect, because they don't know where Peanut is. I wonder what the trade is going to be here, because as I say that, look at Chovy. I think they know that this Herald is being taken, and immediately Gen G fully committing to the cross map here.
Yeah, everyone is in this bottom side of the map. Lahens already cleared out whatever vision was in the area.
This is just going to be gone, isn't it?
Yep, he can give the Primal Surge over to Chovy. And
one more wave. Oh, do they need one more wave?
Well, I think if they are going to stick around and try and take it, no, they're not going to even. Now, Extendo Beam going to be avoided here by Pays. Should be able to hold on to this mid wave. As you can see, the charge is still going to come through, and the turret will be taken out. So the Rift Herald is traded for first turret blood, but is still able to grab a turret for themselves. So Humble Life Esports will hold on to a small gold lead, and Peanut is also possibly able to take this dragon away as well.
Yeah, this is definitely a favorable trade for Humble Life, right? They're able to, yes, the gold isn't as ideal, but mid lane turret is way more valuable than a bot lane turret is, and they're going to get the dragon as well. Keen is going to get this. I don't really think there's anything that we can do about that. And that means that he's going to get a lot of gold into the pockets.
Finish off his cull. Certainly good news, but he's going even with a Nasus, and that often feels bad if you're not the Nasus, as now Lahens could be in trouble. Speaking of feeling bad, he is going to be taken out here. Permafrost a little bit too powerful, and Viper has delivered his first kill of the game. Healing reduction there is going to be from Humble Life Esports. Not exactly going to be very many Oblivion Orbs picked up, as now Canyon not quite finding the spear. As Chovy is taking a red buff, Peanut is going to move on to Vision. And I just don't know whether he wants to try and fight the Blade of the Ruin King Chovy right now, as Doran could be in trouble. Spear is going to go wide, but look at the Q damage. It is ridiculous, and Doran does hit the Mega Gnar, but Canyon's still going to be able to pounce on top of him. Viper trying to fight this one out as the Fury of the Sands has already come through, but Keen is a monster. And he isn't going to be going down anytime soon. Canyon once again looking for these angles as the inner turret is going to get bonked. So yeah, Keen is very, very close to finishing that Frozen Heart. That is going to be available for this fight if he does want to teleport back in for it, but probably just going to stick around as Peanut Going to get possibly caught out a little bit here. He is very tanky with the Frost Armor and the Aftershock as he looks for the Glacial Prison. Connects it here as they just blow up Lehens. Not going to have their Rel available for this fight. Canyon going to miss another spear as well as Chovy's taking the enemy blue buff. Of course he is. And they might just be giving this one up.
Oh, I was just thinking about this. Look at the spikes on Hanwha as well. 2-item spike for Corki, 2-item spike for this area as well.
Yep, spears are still coming in though. Keen is still very scary. Teleport to come down now for the Gnar as Peanut. He's really low. That is going to be the steal away by Canyon. They're going to try and focus Keen, but I don't know whether that's a good idea as that's another kill. And now Chovy is flashing forward, finds another reset. There's another one as a double comes in. 280 carries left remaining for Homolife Esports. They've got no one to stand behind and somehow Gen.G just decide to win.
And Lehens, he might have slept through the alarm for this one. Not really woken up just yet, but the rest of the team, Atlas, they are very much awake, and they turn okay. They turned a pick on Lehens into a Dragon, a one-team fight, and a Baron. That's not fair. Dragon goes over. And then Doran is alone in the pit. Pace had a really good zoning.
Bullet time, yeah.
Yeah, and no, they don't have any cooldowns left to stop him. And then, yeah, Chovy smells blood in the water and shows us some Tristana.
A sidestep on the grand entrance at the beginning of that.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I don't mind it either.
Or as you already mentioned, and not only, funnily enough, it's not only the healing that you do yourself, right? The lifesteal, but it's also Canyon's heal.
Yep.
That's like a lot of value there. And yeah, now they're sieging with a poke comp, and they can just Spirit Fire. They can use these Nidalee spears.
And Delight cannot face check. He is going to get a ward in there, but that is immediately going to get blown up. And Gen.G are going to do their very best to try and suffocate them out here as Keen's going to flash the Glacial Prison. Peanut is still looking for more, but taking so much damage from Pays. Lehens and Chovy trying to get themselves over as Homolife realizing this is not their angle to fight right now. And Gen.G, based on this, just get free reign to head towards this mid lane, and they are just going to continue to try and zone them from the area. Canyon chasing Delight out of there. And Gen.G, can they get even more? Is this just going to be an inhibitor turret going down already? The Rebel Brown power play already up to 2.3k as Keen, Fury of the Sands, comes out, and the Battle Dance has to be employed. Gen.G, they will be able to take down that turret. This was all because they moved on in when they didn't really have the ability to do so. Doran's going to go down as well. The inhibitor's taken out. And without Doran, is this going to be even more sieging for Gen.G? It's only 24 minutes in, guys.
Insanely strong. But I gotta say, Atlas, you can't make any mistakes against Gen.G, and Homolife are learning that. Canyon might have to flash me. No,
he's just going to turn around and activate some red buff here onto Peanut.
I used to vote for a Nessus. I'm taking it.
Oh, yeah.
I had Neferi earlier today.
We voted for Clear when he played Nasus, right? That time in Challenger, so obviously we're going to do it here. Unfortunately, Morgan didn't win when he played it earlier in the season as Peanut's going to go down. That is going to be another kill over to Chovy as Viper takes so much damage. My God, Keen stands in the front. He does a ton of damage himself, but then he's got the artillery cannons in the backline as Chovy's dancing forward. He'll find the reset on the jump as now Doran not going to hit Mega in time. The immediate explosion of both the Corki and the Gnar. 2 Yordles for the price of 1 when it comes to that ultimate. And this game is done and dusted. Gen.G, our favorites for the final, and they are looking absolutely like that in game 1 of our final match of the season. There goes the Nexus. Gen.G go up 1-0 in the series. Don't kill Lehens and think that you can then take a dragon because of it. I know it looks like Lehens is a large portion of this team's engage, but that's not actually how that works, apparently. Apparently, Nasus